You're avoiding your feelings and you don't even realize it. This was me. I thought I was great at emotions, great at feelings, because I understood them, I knew where they came from, I had studied psychology and read self-help, and I thought that I knew emotions. I thought I was in tune with myself, but that was the problem. It's because I thought about my emotions and didn't actually feel them or truly accept them. And here's the thing, I also considered myself an empath. I was also anxiously attached, and a lot of people with an anxious attachment style think that they are very emotionally available and emotionally in tune, but really they're just as emotionally unavailable as people with an avoidant attachment style. Now that's a whole other video. Comment down below if you're interested in that topic, but for now let's stick on the topic of what does it mean to actually feel your feelings instead of intellectualizing them or just thinking about them. What's interesting is I once saw a Reiki practitioner who said that there was an imbalance between my chakras up here and my chakras down here, and that they weren't connecting at the heart level. And I didn't understand her at the time. I didn't think that I had a problem with feeling. But something about what she said did ring true slightly, and now I understand what she meant. It was that I really wasn't connected with myself and my feelings and my body, and I was all just stuck in my head and analyzing, logically processing my feelings without fully accepting them or feeling them. So today I'm going to go over how to know if you're intellectualizing your emotions, if you're actually allowing yourself to feel and accept them, and then how to actually do that if you're not. So if you're stuck in your head, how to get back into your body and feel the feelings that we are meant to feel. I'll also go over where this stems from. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Dr. Lilli. I help you heal from breakups and toxic relationships so that you can create the healthy relationship of your dreams with authentic confidence. I take a holistic and root cause approach to help blend health medicine, counseling, and coaching so that you get the most effective and efficient results. If you're interested in working together, there's a link down below to schedule a free consultation. A lot of people avoid their emotions in one way or another. The tricky part about intellectualizing your emotions is that oftentimes people who do that think that they do feel their emotions because they tend to be very self-aware people, instead of turning towards social media, drinking, drugs, shopping, whatever it is to avoid your emotions. You actually avoid your emotions by thinking about them instead of feeling them. Now this probably comes from your childhood where your emotions were not safe to feel or express. Maybe your parent disregarded your emotions, told you that you weren't allowed to feel them, or their emotions were so big that you weren't able to have emotions because that would just increase their reactivity towards your emotions. And so the safe thing to do was to suppress your emotions, to think through and process the emotions instead of allowing yourself to feel and express and let those emotions out of your body. This is also why you might be very interested in understanding other people, understanding their emotions. You may be able to pick up on the subtle cues of where their emotions are leading them or how they might perceive you in order to protect yourself, because you learn that in order to be safe, you had to make sure somebody else's emotions were attended to first. So this intellectualizing of emotions comes from a maladaptive behavior. What is a maladaptive behavior? Well, all of our behaviors and avoidances and dysfunctional patterns served us in some way at some point. So, as a child, we probably did not have a lot of agency or control around our environment. We definitely couldn't control our parents. So, what did we do? We figured out ways to cope with whatever situation was happening. So in this instance, that coping likely looked like suppressing your own feelings, thinking through, maybe distracting yourself with some sort of intellectual, analytical, logical stimulation instead of being able to process and express. So that served a purpose when you were a child, when you were living in your parents' home, when you weren't allowed to be your authentic self. But now that you are an adult, it's become a maladaptive pattern because now you don't know how to feel your feelings. Now you don't know how to process your feelings, and that means they are thus suppressed and you are no longer in tune with yourself. And if they're suppressed and you're not in tune with yourself, then that means you're not expressing yourself authentically. And it's very likely that you also don't know how to authentically express yourself to somebody else. It may bring up a lot of fears or insecurities that if you do express your needs, your desires, your emotions, your feelings, that you will then be abandoned because your emotions and your needs are too great for somebody else. And that was the pattern or behavior that you learned from your childhood. And now the key to getting out of that is 1, awareness and knowing that that's happening, and 2, then taking action to process through and allow yourself to sit in the discomfort and actually feel those feelings and then be able to express them to somebody else. So one way to identify, am I in my head about my feelings? Am I intellectualizing them? Is to ask yourself, where do you experience your feelings? When you have an emotion, does it feel like it's in your head? Does it feel like it's all being processed on a mental level? Or is it more of a full body, grounded kind of sensation? Even if it's anxiety or anger, does it feel like it's being processed through the whole body? Or maybe you feel it in your body, but then you only process it through your mind or through your brain. Another way to tell if you tend to intellectualize your feelings is to ask yourself, how do you react or respond to those emotions? Do you tend to analyze them, try to figure out where they're coming from and what was the root cause of that? Now, this isn't inherently bad or negative, and this is why people that are very self-aware and go to therapy can understand all of their emotions but not be able to work through and process them, because you're not working on a body level, you're not working on a subconscious and unconscious level to actually allow yourself to feel and let go of the emotions, which is the way that I help my clients, by combining that conscious mindset aspect to the body, subconscious, unconscious level, so we can merge them and actually heal the root cause. For example, when I would intellectualize my emotions, that is the exact pattern that I would use. I would have this feeling that comes up and immediately try to figure it out, try to solve the problem, instead of allowing myself just to feel it. And then I would trace it back to this happened then and that happened there, and it's all just experienced in the mind instead of on that full body holistic level. This was a topic that also came up in my kinship session this week. So I'm a facilitator for kinship. This is not a sponsored video at all, but kinship is a platform to connect with other people and have these deep, meaningful conversations, learn from other people's experiences, and build connections with real humans. So I have loved my experience on kinship thus far. We always have really interesting and insightful conversations, and I always leave feeling uplifted or energized or connected. And it's just an amazing platform to be on. So if you're interested in trying it out for free, there is a link down below. Check it out. I would love to see you there. So one step to healing that we can do, instead of just thinking about why do we have this feeling, let's start figuring out, where did this behavior come from? Why is it that I feel like I have to think and process through the emotion rather than feel it? Does it feel unsafe in my body to experience the emotion? What is the fear behind that? Am I afraid that doing so will cause people to abandon me or perceive me in a different way? Was it unsafe to feel my emotions as a child? Was this a coping mechanism that I created? What happened in my past that led me here? And when you can answer those questions and really understand, why did this come up for me? Why is this my process? You can start to teach yourself, is that actually the best solution for this? Is that actually healthy? And are these things that I thought were true, often as a child, are they actually true? So then the key to actually get out of your head and into your heart is just that. It's that simple. You stop thinking and start feeling. So intellectualizing your emotions is a form of disconnection or dissociation, and the only way to get through that is through connection. Techniques that you can use to get out of your head and into your heart, or mind-body practices, these are the tools that I use with my clients, include meditation, breath work, EFT tapping, body scans, anything that helps you reconnect with your body. And there are so many tools and ways to do that. I include many of them in my No Contact Survival Guide, 7 Easy Steps to Stop Talking to Your Ex for Good. It's linked down below, completely free for you. So if you want the written form, definitely check that out. Another approach to help you feel these emotions more is to tell yourself the things that you need to hear. So this might include, it is safe to be in my body. It is safe to feel emotions. It is safe to express my emotions. It is safe to be in my body. It is good for me to express emotions. Using different sayings and affirmations to help your body feel more calm in these situations. So you can also combine this with EFT tapping by saying these affirmations. So there are different ways to do EFT, and there's a standard statement that you can use to target specific emotions. But if you want to use it to solidify the affirmations into your subconscious and unconscious belief systems, then you can use EFT while saying these statements. So, for example, you start with the karate chop point, and you can say, it is safe to be in my body. It is safe to feel emotions. I am safe. It is safe to be in my body. It is safe to be in my body. I am completely safe in my body. I love and accept myself being in my body. I love and accept myself being in my body. It is important for me to express my emotions. Other people want me to express my emotions. It is safe for me to express my emotions. It is safe for me to experience all of my emotions. I want to experience all of my emotions, and I accept all of the emotions that I feel. It feels good to feel my emotions. It feels good to feel my emotions. It feels safe to feel my emotions. Or even it can feel safe to feel my emotions. So you can adjust the statements as you need. Sometimes if it doesn't really resonate with you to say it is safe, you can say something that's a little bit more gentle. So it can be safe, or it is safe to feel my emotions from time to time. Or it is safe to feel anger from time to time. It is safe to feel sadness from time to time. And so this is teaching you that you don't have to feel the lower emotions or the less accepted emotions like sadness or anger all of the time, but you're allowing yourself to feel them sometimes or whenever they do come up for your body. Now, it's not always going to feel easy to do this, especially from the start, and maybe you'll catch yourself thinking about your emotions again, but just having that awareness that that's happening is a huge step to actually feeling your feelings and moving from your head to your heart. And as you practice moving from the head to the heart, you get better at it and your body feels safer, and that becomes the go-to or default mode, so that over time you are just processing and healing and experiencing and feeling everything in the way that we were always meant to. I also have additional guided practices and techniques that I use with my clients to help them feel and identify the emotions, and also identify what are the layers beneath that, where did it come from, and how can we release it? Not through our mind, but actually truly releasing it from our body, from the subconscious and unconscious layers that are holding on to it, because that's what it knows. And I use these techniques all the time with my clients. So again, if you're interested in working one-on-one, you can get a free consultation. The link is down below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions about anything that I discussed or topic recommendations. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.